Should you buy a used Ford Territory? That's what we're going to find out in this video. Now, let's get one thing straight. This is a 2.7 litre diesel Ford Territory. And even though it's a diesel, does not mean it doesn't have any speed and power. This is the diesel version of the Territory. It's a TDCI turbo diesel 2.7 litre V6. It produces 140 kilowatts of power and 440 newton meters of torque. Now, unfortunately, the 0 to 100 time is claimed to be 10.1 seconds, which is, well, dismal really. Now, the diesel engine. This is where the Territory's problems start. This is an in-depth review of the Territory. So we're going to go things over I like, things we don't like, and just give you a general overview of the car. Starting up front, we've got a tiny little grille up here with the Ford logo there, and a nudge bar, very handy for nudging things, and we've got the big air vent down the bottom. Now, it is quite a good looking car. We've got projector halogen headlights here, high beam and indicator. Projector headlights aren't the best. To the side, we've got 17-inch alloy wheels. These are just the base model, so obviously you can get much fancier looking wheels. Got an indicator on the side here with some fake air vents there. Nice big side mirror, good for seeing everything that is behind you. Really nice big doors. You got the door handle, a little bit of plasticky stuff down the side. Nice side steps and disc brakes for the front and the rear. You'll need those because this has plenty of power. Now you got your fuel filler cap just here, which you just open by pressing that. It will not open when the car is locked though. We've also got these good looking tail lights here that sort of stretch back down the car a little bit. They're a huge improvement from the older Territory lights, and they just look heaps better. Interesting design windows here, so you've got sort of this bit here as the window, and then this glass here that's just, well, fake. It looks a whole lot better though when you've got the privacy glass on the top spec models, because you don't sort of have it black and then see through easily on the inside. Also got these roof rack mounting points down here. They also give the car a nice little design element, and your antenna there. As you can see on the back, you've got Territory, TDCI, and another Ford logo. LED brake light up the top, halogen brake lights, indicators, and reverse lights. Now, this is a two-part door, so you can open just the top part here and have access to the boot. And you do that by pressing this button under here. Or on the other side here where it says door, you can open the whole door. And you got grab handle here, or this strap to pull to close the boot. Now, we've also got the parking sensors that go all the way across the back, and some reflectors underneath. We've also got a tow ball. It says 2.7 tonnes. Inside we've got we'll start with the key, so we've got Ford logo on this side. Other side we've got unlock, lock, and to press of that button will open the boot. Press this button here and the key will flick out. and that just goes into the key barrel down here. It's quite warm in here. My iPhone needs to cool down. Anyway, the driver's seat is electrically adjusted, so you've got up, down, and sort of, yeah, just lean forwards, lean backs, and manually forward and backwards. Manually adjusted passenger seat. Now, as for safety, we've got 7 airbags in here. We've got rear parking sensors, no reverse camera, traction control, ABS, and we've also got a aftermarket brake controller down here, as well as a variety of warnings that occasionally pop up onto the screen for no apparent reason, such as this one. I just got this warning on the dash saying that transmission is not in park. That is most definitely in park. It seems to have cleared now. No adaptive cruise control, any of that, basically any new safety tech, emergency braking, pedestrian alert systems. None of that. The car is 12 years old this year, so what really do you expect? So the Territory has, at least in 2012, it had a 5-star ANCAP safety rating. That was standard across every single Territory model, so no problems with safety there. Over the other models, it's gained a driver's knee airbag. As for infotainment, we've got this. I've got this little LCD display here, and it's got AM, FM, Bluetooth, CD player, and auxiliary connectivity. So the radio's down here, as you can see, and aircon controls is up here, as well as the time. Ahead of the driver, you've got analog speed and fuel, revs and temperature, as well as all the warning lights that come up, or most likely will come up. You've got transmission down the bottom, total kilometres there, your speed in there, and your range up there. You can change all of those things using the select button and the arrows. You've also got your odometer button over here and your menu button. You've got your indicators and telling you you've got your lights on there. Speaking of lights, you've got auto, off, park and on. When you've got your park or park or headlights on screen and the driver screen dims, which can be a problem if you've got your lights on during the day. Auto lights work by sensing how dark it is outside. Now, if it senses it's dark enough for the lights to be on, but not dark enough to dim the display, it won't dim the display. But there is a fine line between it being dark enough for it. The engine is mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, so you got park, reverse, neutral, drive with manual selection down here. You've got your handbrake here, traction control here, interior lights there, unlock, lock. All your radio controls are here with a good old knob. To access your settings, you just use the menu button and use the volume knob to control up and down and back to go to the main menu. CD player here, and all your climate controls up here. In the higher models you do get dual zone climate control. Radio is got a speaker sound system, and it's okay, but it's not great. You've also got your shortcut buttons up the top here. Auto driver window, locked and unlock the rear passenger windows. You've also got central locking here, and open the door unlocks all the cars doors. Mirror adjustment is up here, so simply just move that knob and then switch that knob to left and right, and then you can just move each mirror around like a joystick to adjust it. let's talk connectivity. We've got a 12-volt outlet down here, which you need a plug for. You've got USB-A and USB-C in that plug. In the centre console, we've got an auxiliary headphones jack and a USB port. And that's pretty much it in the front. And in the back, we've got another 12-volt outlet. Got a mirror there. Same on the other side. No sunglasses holder in this car, but you've also got your interior lights there. Now the seat is very comfortable, it's in a good driving position. It does get a little bit hot on a hot day. Obviously that's not helped by the seat covers. The seats are quite perforated to cool it down a little bit. Everything's really easy to reach here, really easy to reach. Even the glove box, you just lean over there, but it's very easy to reach. The display in front of the driver is just a 4-inch by 2-inch display, and that serves its purpose. Everything in here, it's not modern, it's not great, but it does the job, and for what it is, it's really quite nice. Now these cars can come from anywhere between 10 grand for a okay, like, rough one, all the way up to 30 grand for like a mint condition one. Because this is a family car, the back seat is what matters. Now, sitting back down here, you do sit relatively lowly, but I'm 6 foot tall. The seat is in my driver's position, and I've got acres of leg room. Okay toe room, lots of headroom, and everything. The seat is fairly comfortable. My only complaint is you probably sit a little bit too high. Now jumping over to the middle seat. The middle seat is definitely fine to fit 3 adults back here, or 3 people my size. I can sit back here really well without any problems. Now up the top you've got grab handles. Up here you've got reading lights. You've got air vents down here. 12-volt socket there, and a little storage compartment there for your odds and ends. Cup holders down here. Now they'll fit nothing really bigger than your standard 600ml bottle. Bit of storage down there, and cup holder slash armrest here. It's quite thin, but it does the job. Lots of sort of scratchy sort of plastic in the car, just because it's a base model. Yeah, got your adjustable headrest up here that goes up and down, obviously. Got airbags on the sides, little shopping bag slash coat hanger handle up here. Sort of like a tan roof liner colour. Now a lot of Falcons and a lot of Territories, the roof liner is starting to sag. Another thing that I don't like in the Territory is the rear windows. Look at this. That's where they stop. They don't go any further than that. That's really inconvenient. Also, because it's only fixed in, it's really wobbly. I don't think it should be doing that. Now this car is very much a family car. You can get it in 5 or 7 seats. This is a 5-seater version, and you're never ever going to struggle with storage ever again in this car. This car has storage literally everywhere. So let's go and count them. So we've got storage 1 and 2, and we've got storage 3 down here, lockbox under the seat. We've got storage 4 and 5 here, 6 and 7 there, cup holders. Now we've got storage 8, 9 and 10. Got our glove box down here, very reasonably sized. Fits, well, not very reasonably sized in this service book in relation to everything. That does take quite a lot of room. Upper spec models, you also have a glasses holder up there, but 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and the storage only increases the further spec you go up. So 26 different options for storage here, so you're a bit spoiled for choice. Boot space in the Territory is very, very roomy, and you could fit 2 of me in here comfortably. So if you're thinking of smuggling people, the Ford Territory is the car for you. Now we're going to have a little chat about the engine now in the diesel. So this is not an Australian engine. The engine was first developed in 2005 by Jaguar and Ford in the UK, and it's been used in a number of different brands in Europe, such as Peugeot, Citroën, Jaguar and Land Rover. And this car, the SZ Territory, is the first Ford vehicle to have this engine. Now, as I said before, it's a 2.7 litre V6 TDCi. Ford claims it does 8 litres per 100 k's. Now, everyone was raving when it was first released that on the highway it would be doing as low as 6.5 litres per 100 k's. It's also got a 75 litre fuel tank, which means theoretically off one tank of fuel you can get a range of 1,154 kilometres. Now, the other thing I should point out, you can get all-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive in the Territory. This is the 2-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive version, as it's just the base model. Now, the 4-wheel drive versions of the Territory offer a 2.7 tonne brake towing capacity, whether the rear-wheel drive Territory is just 2.3 tonnes, with a tow ball weight of 230 kilos. Now, despite this car coming in all-wheel drive, it's not a 4-wheel drive, meaning you're not going to take this car where you might take something like a Mitsubishi Triton, for instance. It's kind of like a Subaru Forester. It's all-wheel drive. They claim it will go anywhere, but in reality, you're not going to take it anywhere because the ground clearance is only whatever I've written here in the Territory. So unless you're thinking about making this a full off-roader, 2-inch lift, snorkel, bull bar, etc., gravel roads is about the extent that you could take it. And I'm talking about rough gravel roads too. Now let's talk about ride. As you'll see in a minute, it's not that bad. It's quite comfortable on the road. It'll comfortably sit at 150 kilometres an hour all day, and you've got no problems. Now, turning circle in this thing's about 11 metres. Probably even less, actually. That's not a bad turning circle. Now, as I was saying, the parking sensors do work, so let's have a little go here. As you can see, they work quite well. Steering is very, very easy. Very responsive as well. Seems good. I like this car. We're going to go for a little bit more of a fang later. Don't want to run over that. Now, seems very, very good. Braking is good, very good. Speed test, very, very good. Just park it over here and change. Very, very nice. A very good sort of family SUV. Now let's see if it can get around this tight area. We've got, I think it will. I think it might. It actually is. That's blown me away. This has got a very good turning circle. I've sort of, well, there was a bush there. The aircon though is very, very good. It just has no problem. It's very, very capable. I'm going to put that aircon back on. beep just lets you know you're in reverse, like a radio, letting you know you're good to talk. Now you have to be a little bit mindful here. Now, the only LED light in this car is the rear roof brake light. Now that, depending on the car and how you've treated it and if it's been outside its whole life or not, can blow like half of them, and like it's just a fuse thing. Now this is our creeping gear. Let's see how fast it goes. I'm not on the accelerator. This is where you just want to be going slow, and you want to sort of, you're really riding the brakes here just to creep along slowly. Just so you know, everything that I'm driving on is all private property, despite, as you can see, the road is there. I just wish I had a bit of a road or something to actually go on, so I could, a bit of some sort of road to actually drive properly on, because obviously I'm very limited here with what I can do. My top speed is probably 20 kilometers an hour at a push. Now let's see how, just as a random test, we'll see what, so we are in first. It won't let me shift past 2. Okay, if I put that back into first, just on a little bit of bumpy section now, and it's not too bad. Very soon we're going to be going on the road for a proper drive. With my personal driver, my mum. In 18 months off, we still had this car, and this coincidence happened in 18 months. I could take you on a drive on the road with my mum, because in 18 months I will have my L plates. And I'm just going to roll back onto the accelerator and drive, and that's going to hold me there. So even on a hill, I'm currently parked on a hill, it is creeping forwards ever so slowly. I'm not on the accelerator here at all, and it's building up speed, it's building up momentum. Now it's gonna do 7 kilometers an hour before I put anything on the accelerator. Right, down for our drive now. Obviously I can't drive here. I was talking about the ride before, and I couldn't really test that when I was in the backyard. But we're doing 60, just under 60 kilometers an hour now, and it's good. Yeah, you say it's good. It's pretty good.
Bloody beautiful.
It is. It's bloody beautiful.
It's comfortable.
It is.
Rides smoothly and beautifully.
Yes, the seats sort of, well, they don't hug you, but they're supportive, but allow for a little bit of movement. I can see why the police use the petrol version of these, because
I can see why anyone uses the petrol version of these.
Yes,
Because they're bloody brilliant. Don't break down
yeah,
when you go to Hobart.
twice.
Asymptomatic, I'm the only one out here on the floor. The foundation is shaking and the windows all are breaking, but I'm not about to run for the door. You're